This is the Roulette Master, and I have an amazing story and strategy to share with you today. This was sent in by one of my subscribers, Stevie, who is a state trooper in Massachusetts. And he actually arrested a man that had an outstanding warrant and booked him into the jail. And he said that when he checked the guy's belongings, he had almost $20,000 in cash and chips from the casino. He asked him, what that was all about, and the guy said that he has an unbelievable roulette strategy that he wins tons of money with, and that he's a professional gambler. So that definitely sparked the curiosity of Stevie. So he asked him what he did, and the guy shared it with him how he plays, and I'm about to do that with you today. So this is pretty exciting, and I can't wait to share with you how this professional gambler that plays roulette actually plays. And he actually uses larger amounts, which I'm going to share with you, but we're going to use smaller amounts today, so you can do the same thing that he does. And he actually has almost a $20,000 bankroll, and he uses larger units, but I'm going to go ahead and place the bets and show you how you can play this. And here we go. We're going to put a $5 bet on 17, and we're going to put a $1 bet on all of the other numbers in the second 12. So 15, 18, 21, 24, 23. And I'm also going to share with you what he does as well, which is the same thing, but with higher units. And here we go. So that's you can see that's a $16 total bet, 5 on the 17. And then the other 11 numbers are covered by $1. So he actually puts $100 on the 17 and $20 on the other one. So that's the $20,000 bankroll. This is a $2,000 bankroll with $16 to start. So now I'm going to share with you the progression once we get going here. I can't wait. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's see what we get here. That's a 00. That's not the way to start, but that's okay. So we're going to bet the same again if we lose. So here we go again. And let's see what we get here. Okay, that's a 33 black. Okay, so now we're going to actually go from 1 unit to 2 units on all these. So in this case, you can actually double, but it's the only time that you can actually hit double. So now we're going to have 32 total dollars on this next spin. And here we go. And that's a 14 red. That's a win. Okay, so we won $40 there. Let's check and see where we're at. We're up $8. We're going to go back to the original $16 bet, which again is $1 on all the numbers in the second 12, except for the 17, which has $5 on it. So let's go ahead and spin again. And you're definitely going to want to know what you do after that first one that you bet the same and then increase by 2. It's going to definitely change as it goes forward, but I'm going to share that with you. And we're going to keep the bets the same again, because after the first loss, you keep the bet the same. That's a 17. Look at that. What a way to start out. That's a $164 win. We're already up $156. We'll say it the $16 bet. Wow, that was fantastic. And that was a lot of fun right there. There's a 9 red. So again, the second bet's going to be the same. So we're going to bet 16 again, which again is $1 on everything except the 17, which has 5. And that's a 31 black. Okay, so now this is the only time we can double, but let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go from 16 to 32. And then after this, it won't be doubling. It'll be different. I'll share with you what to do next, because there's another loss. Okay, so we lost at 1, 1, and 2. We're going to add the 1 plus the 2 for 3. So we're going to go up 1 more on everything. So we're going to increase all of these by $1 to go to $3. And then the one with 5, we're going to increase by 5. Okay, so now we have a $43 total bet. Here we go. All right, that's a 34 red. Okay, so we lost on the 1 for 3. So now we're going to add the 3 plus 2, which is 5. The difference between 3 and 5 is 2, so we're going to add 2 more units. So let's do that. Add 2 to each of these. And guess what that means about that we're going to do with the one with the 5 on it. We're going to actually make it 15 because we're going to go up 2 units. So let's do that. Let's switch to the $5 chip and add 2 of those. So we added 2 units to everything basically. And let's go ahead and spin. All right, now it's a $75 total bet. Here we go. Okay, that's a 10 black. Okay, that's a loss. So we were at 5, and now we're going to add up the 2 previous bets, which are 3 and 5. That's 8. And the difference between 5 and 8 is 3, so we're going to increase by 3 units. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3. Oh, we'll do the 5s first this time. 1, 2, 3. And now we're going to go back to the singles. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to add 3 to each, 3 units to everything. And we already added the 5. Here we go. All right, we're at 123 total bet now. Here we go. We're spinning away. Let's see if we can get a second 12. And there we go. That's an 18 red. Okay, and Stevie says that he says every time you get a win, you restart. So we are at 139 profit now. Let's go ahead and go back to the original bet of $16. So let's back that back to $1 on each, and then $5 on the 17. So again, it'll be $16 total bet. There we go. We're back to where we started, and we're spinning again. Here we go. And that's a 0. That's not good. So we keep the bet the same. Again, after you lose, you keep the bet the same for the next one. Here we go. That's an 18 red, though. That's a win. We'll take it. And we're up 143. We're going to stay at 16 with that win. That resets everything. So here we go. All right. That's a 26 black. All right, we lost. So again, the second bet will be the same. We'll stay at $16, or $1 on every number except the 17. And that's a 15 black. That's a win. Nice. That's a good $20 win. We're up $147. We're still at $16 original bet. Here we go. That's a 13 black. Okay, that's a $20 win. We're up 167. We're still at the $16 base level, and we're spinning away again. What a great story by Stevie about this guy that he arrested, and that's pretty cool. So, all right, let's stay at that 16 again. Again, we after the first loss, we repeat, and that's a 26 black. Okay, now the third bet is always 2 units, so we can double on only that one, but let's do that. And we're at 32 now. Here we go. That's an 18 red. That's a win. Okay, that's a $40 win. We're up 175. We go back to the original $16 bet. Okay, let's spin. And here we go. And that's a 16 red. That's a win. It's a nice $20 win. We're up 195 now. And let's spin again at 16. And sounds like Stevie arrested a professional gambler. So I bet that was pretty crazy to find that much money and chips in his pockets when they searched him. So let's spin again at 16. And that's a 6 black. So we lost on the first 2 bets at 16, so we will increase by 1 unit, or in this case we can double. But it's the only time we can actually double, and we're at 32. After that, we're going to add up the 2 previous bets. And there's a 9 red. That's another loss. Okay, so now we're going to go, we're going to add the 3 plus 2, which is 5. The difference between 3 and 5 is 2. So that means we're going to add 2 units. Oh, and let me make sure I got that right. And, okay, so we're going to add 2 to everything, even the 5s. Let's start adding those in. So they're going to each have 4, except for the 17. And we'll add 2 $5 units to that. Okay, so they're all going to be 4. There we go. Okay, now we're going to add 2 $5 units. So that one goes to 20. Looks like we have a $64 total bet now. Here we go. That's a 10 black. That's a loss. Okay, so that was at 5. So we're going to add 5 plus 3, which is the two previous bets. 5 units, 3 units, and that's 8. So the difference between 5 and 8 is 3. So we're going to add 3 units. And let's add the 5s in first this time. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to add in the singles. We're going to add 3 of those to each. And actually, those should have been 7. There we go. There we go. All right, getting our bets down. Okay, now we have a $112 total bet, and here we go. Okay, that's a 19 red. That's a win. $140 win. We're up 207. We go back to the original $16 bet. And obviously, this is a good system that you wait until you hit the 17. We already did that once, but you always want to cash out if you can right after you actually hit the 17 again. That would be awesome. So here we go again. And that's a 23 red. That's a win. Okay, we're up 227. Let's rebet and spin again at 16. And here we go. There's a 3 red. So we lost, so we'll have our second bet, which is the same again. So here we are at 16 again. All right, that's a 4 black, and that's a loss. So now we will double the bet, but it's the only time we double the bet because we're really just adding a unit, and we're going from 1 to 2. So now we have $32 total. Here we go. That's a 14 red. That's a win. Nice. That's a $40 win. We're up 235. Let's back to 16 again. Here we go. And this professional gambler system that Stevie arrested is working pretty darn well. And that's a 30 red. So we lost, so we'll stay at 16 again. Let's do that. Here we go. And let's see what we get here. That's a 13 black. That's a good one. Okay, we got the $20 win. We're at $239 profit. We're still at $16. When you win, you reset. And that is a 36 red. That's a loss. So the next bet will be the same at 16 again. Let's go ahead and spin at 16. And this is exciting. Let's see how this one does. That's a 27 red. So again, now we're going to increase by a unit, but this is the only time you can actually double from 1 to 2. Now we have $32 total on this next bet. And here we go. Let's see what we get. It's 11 black. That is a loss. So now we add up. That we went 1, 1, 2. So now we add up the 1 and the 2 for 3. And then the difference between 2 and 3 is just 1. So we're just going to add another unit. And here we go. And we're going to add $1 to each. And then we're going to add $5 to the 17. So there we go. So we lost at 1, we lost at 1, we lost at 2, and then we added 2 plus 1 to get to 3. That was one more unit. So here we go. If we were to lose this next one, then we would add the 2 plus 3 to get to 5, which we're going to do now. So the difference between 3 and 5 is 2. That means we would increase by 2 units. Oops, wrong ones there. So we'll do the 5s first, then go to the singles. We're going to increase by 2. And that's an $80 total bet. Here we go. And I might have messed up one of those early and missed by 1 unit. Let me know down in the comments if I did. That's a 21 red. That's a nice $100 win. We're up 227. Let's go ahead and back it back to 16. And here we go. Okay, but the thing that you need to know is we're adding up the 2 previous bets to get the next bet. And that is a win there. That's a nice $20 win on a 20. And that's 247. We're staying at 16. Here we go. All right. That is an 8 black. That's a loss, so we will repeat that bet at 16. Here we go. All right. That's a 35 black. So the next bet will be 2 units instead of 1. We'll add 1 plus 1. And so we can actually double on this one. And we're at 32, but it's the only one we can double on because really we're just increasing by a unit. And that's an 18 red. That's a win. Okay, we're at 255 profit now. We're going to get back to 16. Okay, there we go. Again, we have dollar on each of those numbers except the 17, which has 5. And that's a 15 black. That's another win. Another time to cash out with this, and we're up 275, would be any time that you get a bunch of second 12s in a row, too. So think about that as well. And there's a 32 red. That's a loss. So we will keep the bet the same, and we'll spin again at 16. Here we go. And that's a win. That's a 23 red. Nice. We're up 279. Still at the base level of $16. And again, this is a $2,000 bankroll system. And that's a 30 red. You don't have to play with that much, but it's recommended in case you get in trouble. And you can't ever have too much bankroll. So we're spinning again at 16. And here we go. That's a 6 black. That's a loss. So we'll add 1 plus 1 to get the next bet, which is 1 more unit, which is 2. So we'll just increase by a unit. We're at $32 total bet now. That's a loss. Okay, and now we lost at 1, we lost at 1, we lost at 2. So now we add 2 plus 1, which is 3, and that's 1 more unit. So let's add that in. And then we'll need to add a 5 in. Okay, now we're at $48 total bet, and we're spinning away here. Okay, that's a 31 black. That's another loss. So we lost at 1, 1, 2, and 3. Now we're going to 5, which the difference between 3 and 5 is 2, so we're going to add 2 units to each. So let's do that. Let's add the 5s first. Now we'll add the singles. All right, here we go. All right, that's an $80 total bet now, and we're spinning away. Here we go. And that's a 16 red. That's a win, so we will restart. It's a nice $100 win. We're up 267. And let's back it back to the original $16 bet. Here we go. And we'll spin at the base level of $16 again. Here we go. Can't wait for another one of those 17s to hit. That'd be awesome. And that is a loss, so we'll just repeat the bet. And even though we're not playing this way, the professional gambler he arrested had $100 on the 17th, so you can imagine how much that paid. Okay, there's 2 consecutive losses, so we had 1 plus 1 to get 2, so we increased by a unit, which gets us to $32 total. Here we go. Let's see what we get, and there's a win. That's a 15 black. Fantastic. We're up 275 now, and we're going to back up to 16 and spin. Here we go. We're at the base level again, and that's 11 black. That's a loss, so we will repeat the same bet twice and spin. Here we go. That's a win. That's a 15 black, so we reset. And we're 279. We're still at the $16 base level. And that pretty much just gets your profit back when you hit the second one at the same amount. But there's a 0. That's a loss. And now we're just going to repeat that bet again. Because again, the second bet in the sequence is a repeat of the same one, which is 1. And 1 unit, that is. And now we're going to add 1 plus 1 to get to 2. So we'll increase by a unit, and which gets us to a $32 total bet. Let's see if we can get a second 12. And there's a 16 red. That's a win. Nice. We're up 287 now. And let's go back to 16 and spin. And here we go. That's a 17. That's what we want. Look at that, $164 profit. Now we're up 451. That's awesome. Okay, so we're still at, and that's when you want to cash out, but I'm going to keep playing longer because, again, I want you guys to see a larger sample size, and I really appreciate all your comments about how much you guys like that. And look at that, there's another second 12. That's another nice win. Not as big as the 17, but we're up 471 now. Fantastic. So you can only imagine what that'd be with the guy that had $100 on the 17 and instead of 5. That would be pretty awesome. There's another $20 win. So like I said before, you either want to cash out after the 17, or if you have a long run of numbers in the second 12. Look at this. We're going on a little run here. We are up $511. We're still on the $16 base level. And look at this. Like I said, cash out if you go on a run like this. But I'm going to play longer. We're up 531. $16 total bet. Wow. That's a 36 red. So that's a loss. So we will repeat the next bet. And it's still at 16. Because after our first loss, we keep the bet the same. That's another loss. We had 1 plus 1 to get to 2. So we increased by a unit, which gets us from $16 to $32. And we're spinning away. We haven't even come close to needing the $2,000 bankroll. It's been working really well. We lost there at 2. So now we add 2 plus 1 to get to 3, which is only 1 more unit than 2. So we increase by 1 unit. So let's do that. So that gets us to 3 units. And we'll increase 1 $5 unit as well on the 17. We're at $48 total. Here we go. And I think I messed up one of those bets earlier, so sorry about that if I did. And that's why you got to get practice playing these things. Okay, so you can see that was, we lost at 1, we lost at 1, we lost at 2, and then we lost at 3. So we had 3 plus 2 now, which is 5. 5 is 2 more than 3, so we increase by 2 units. Let's do the 5s first. Basically, you're just adding up the 2 previous bets, and that's your next bet. All right. All right, there we go. $80 total bet. We're spinning away. Added 2 units, and here we go. That's a 15 black. That's a win. It's a $100 win. We're at 519. And we are going to go back to the $16 base level. So you're really picking up a lot of the money when you get consecutive wins on second 12, or just more wins on second 12, or if you hit a 17, which is fantastic. And there's a loss, so we will repeat. Have another $16 bet back to back. Here we go. That's a nice win. That's a 13 black. We'll take that. We're up 523. Still at the $16 base level, and we want to stay there as long as possible for safety. And there's a 16 red. And like I said, if you go on a little run of second 12s, that'll really help your bank or your winnings as well. We're up 543, and we're spinning again here. And man, this system's working really well so far. That's a 26 black. But like I said earlier, I'm going to play longer so you guys get larger sample sizes. We're going to repeat that bet, and because I want you guys to see what happens with good and bad spins, and you only get that with longer sessions. So there's another loss. We're going to add 1 + 1 to get to 2. So we're going to go from 16 to 32, add 1 more unit to each of those. The only one you can hit the double on because you're just adding a unit from 1 to 2. And that's a 10 black. And all right, so we lost at 1, lost at 1, lost at 2. Now we're going to 3. That's only 1 more unit. So let's add that unit in. All right, here we go. And then we'll need to add a 5. Okay, and that's a $48 total bet. Here we go. That's a 9 red. That's another loss. Okay, so we had the 5. So now we had 5 + 3, which is 8, and that's 3 more than 5. So we add 3 more units. So we're adding up the 2 previous bets to get the next bet. And I did that wrong. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to add 1, 2, 3 to the 5 first, and then we're going to add 3 to each of the dollar ones. And that makes them 6. Okay, now we have a $96 total bet, and here we go. That's another loss. So now we're going to add the 8 plus the 5, the 2 previous bets, and that's 13. The difference between 8 and 13 is 5, so that means we're going to add 5 units to each. Okay. Then we'll switch those to 5s to add the 5 on the 17. Okay, it's a 176 total bet, and here we go. And there we go. That's a 19 red. That's a win. That's a 220 win. We're at 555. We go back to 16. So again, all we were doing there is going back to the original. Let's clear that out so I can show you again. The 5 is going to go on the 17. But really, if you could put that jackpot number anywhere in the second 12, that's just where the professional gambler that Stevie arrested said to put it. And now we're back to the original $16 bet. Again, we are up 555, and let's spin. Okay, that's a 25 red. That's a loss, so we'll repeat that and spin. Here we go. So you want to cash out after a streak of second 12s, or if you hit the 17, or whatever jackpot number you pick. There's a win. Okay. And we're up 559. Let's spin again. Here we go. That is an 8 black. That's another loss. So we'll add 1 + 1 to get to 2. So we add a unit from 16 to 32. Here we go. That's a 9 red. Okay, so we lost it 1, we lost it 1, and we lost it 2. 2 plus 1 is 3. That's only one more unit. So we will just go one more unit on each. And then we need to add a 5 in on the 17. Okay, here we go. $48 total bet. And that's 11 black. So, okay, we lost there. So now we lost at 1, we lost at 1, we lost at 2, and we lost at 3. So now we had 3 plus 2, which is 5. The difference between 5 and 3 is 2. So we're going to add 2 units to each. We'll do the 5s first, and then let's add these in next. And again, sorry if I messed a few of these up earlier, but basically what you need to know is, and we're spending again at $80, is you're taking the 2 previous bets and adding them together to get your next bet, which is a form of Fibonacci, and that is a loss there. So now we've lost at 1, 1, 2, and 3, and 5. So now we add 5 plus 3, which is 8. And the difference between 5 and 8 is 3 units. So let's add those in. And I'm sure a lot of you are going to tell me there's an easier way to do the bets than this, and I think you're right. And I'm just doing it the way it was sent in, and there we go. We had 3 units, 128 total bet. Here we go. That's a 10 black. Okay, that's a loss. So now we add the 8 plus the 5, which is 13. The difference between 8 and 13 is 5, so we go up 5 units. So let's we can actually just add a 5 to each of these now, except for the 17, which we're going to need to add 5 to. All right, here we go. 208 total bet, and this is about the highest we've been. And here we go. That's a 29 black. Okay, that's a loss. So we'll add up the 2 previous bets, 13 and 8, which is 21. The difference between 21 and 13 is $8. Or I mean 8. So we go 8 more units on each, and again, that's going to be 21 on these ones. Oops. Place these bets. And it might be good to play when you're playing this so you don't make any mistakes like I did earlier. It might be good to write these down as you go along for sure. So now we're going to add 8 $5 units down there, and this is why you need your $2,000 bankroll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's a $335 total bet. Again, this is why you need your $2,000 bankroll. And here we go. That's a 4 black. That's a loss. Let's see where we're at now. We're minus 288. So now we would add the 21 plus the 13, and 31, 32, 33, 34. So the difference between 21 and 34, that would be 13. So we're going to add 13 units. So let's do that. Let's add the 5s in first. And then we're going to add the singles in. And let's add the 10s first. Now we'll need to add 3 to each of those. And I think we can work out a better way to place the bets here. And okay, so now it's a 543 total bet. So we lost at 1, 1, 2, and we lost at 3, at 5, at 8, at 13, 21, and then this last one we lost was the 21 plus the 13, and that's 34. So let's go ahead and spend $543 total bet. And that's another loss. So let's see where we're at now. Minus 831. We still have some bankroll. So now, I mean, I probably should have been writing these down as I go. But if we're at 34 and the last one was 21, if we add those together, the last two bets of 31 and of 34 and 21, that's 34, 44, 54, 55, and that's a really large bet. So I don't even think we can place that large of a bet. So let's stay right where we're at 543. Let's spin again. We're going to need consecutive wins, I think. There's a 31 black. And this way we'll at least have one more chance here. Let's go ahead and stay at 543. Because we just have a $2,000 bankroll. Finally got a win there, but that's not going to get us completely back because, and now we're down 693 because we couldn't keep adding up the two previous bets because we ran out of bankroll. So we haven't lost yet, but we're going to stay at this 543 level right here, and let's see what we get. Ooh, that's bad. Okay, so we can still make another bet. We're still at 543, but this is why you want to get in and get out, like Sonny always says. There's a 16 red, that'll help us. But that's why I'm playing longer, guys. We're going to place that again at 543. That's why I'm playing longer, so you can see the good and the bad of every system. That's a 27 red. That's a loss. Okay, we don't have enough, so we're just going to stay at that level at 543. But if I had stopped playing earlier, you wouldn't have got to see what would happen if you had really bad numbers like I'm having now. And this just proves to you that any system can lose with really poor luck. Right now we only have, looks like about 350 bucks left. So we have to back that up. Let's do that. So this just shows you how important it is that you cash out when you are ahead. Get in and get out, get some wins, there's a loss, and then finally it just proves, even with a really good system like this one, you can lose your entire bankroll if you keep playing for long periods of time. So get in, get out. But I do think this is a really good system. It worked great for a while, and we got up a lot early, and it's sure fun when you hit the 17 or any jackpot number that you choose. But I would also recommend writing it down because I messed up one or two of the bets because I'm doing it in my head. And, it would help with this one to write it down. But basically, you're taking the two previous bets, adding them together, Fibonacci to get your next bet. And then obviously when you hit that jackpot number, it's pretty awesome. But even when we didn't hit the jackpot number, we were doing pretty well, getting multiple wins on second 12, just like any of these systems. And when you get up and you get up a good amount, take that money home with you, and it'll be a great night. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. Thank you, Stevie, for sending this story in. What an amazing story of you arresting this guy for an outstanding warrant, and then finding all this money and chips in his pockets, finding out he's a professional gambler making money, and then finding out what his strategy is. That's pretty awesome. Thank you for doing that and sending it in. That's a great story. I hope you guys really enjoy this, and I hope you take something out of this method today. It's definitely worked really well for a long time. I just played for a really long time, and if you do that, eventually you're going to run into some bad numbers. And again, that's why I've been playing longer, so you guys can see the good and the bad of each system. And again, I hope you appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please do so, but don't do it for me. Do it for yourself. These people are fantastic. Really smart people in this community. You can really learn a lot from them. Comment and people will respond to you, and they can really help you, and you can help them as well. So I hope you're really enjoying the channel. But again, please subscribe, but do it for yourself. I think you'll really enjoy it. And this is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.